In this video we will discuss about the measurement of mass, length and time. Now the first one is measurement of length. So we use different devices to measure different lengths. For example, if you want to measure length ranging from 10 raised to power 3 to 10 raised to power 2 meter, then we use a meter scale. If you want to measure a length which is less than 10 raised to power minus 3, then we use a vernier caliper. If you further want to measure a length less than 10 raised to power minus 4, then we use a screw gauge. So this is how we measure the lengths in a particular case. Now suppose if you want to measure a length which is very far away and which cannot be measured with the help of any scale. For example, you want to find out the very far away distances, we use a parallax method. The parallax method is very simple method. As you see that if you place your pen in front of your eyes and if you see with one eye and closing the other and repeat it by seeing with the second eye and closing the first eye, then you will see that the position of the pen is get changed. Now why this position is changed? It is not the position of the pen is changing, but it is because of the eye. The position of the eye is changed. That gives us the indication that the position of the pen is changed. Now this is known as a parallax error. Now this error is utilized to find out the distance of a distant star. Now see here, I want to measure the distance of this star which is very far away. So first of all, I will use a device that is known as a sextant. So I will use a device that is known as sextant. It is used to measure the angle. Now first I was at a position A, and first I will choose a star which is very far away and is directly above my head at this location, and I will see the star also. So I will choose the two lines of the sextant, from one which is very far away from the star and other to the star, and we find out the angle of this one. So I take this angle as a θ1. Similarly, I go to another one place and repeat the experiment again. Choose a star very far away from it and which is directly above my head, and then with the help of sextant I am able to calculate this angle, that is θ2. So by the geometry this angle will be equal to θ1 plus θ2. So this distance is approximately equal to this distance. Because of the curvature of the earth, this is nothing but it is an arc, that is I take it as a L. Now if R is a distance of the star, approximate distance of the star from the earth, then according to the mathematical statement that theta is equal to arc by radius. Arc is here L and radius is R. So I want to find out this R. So this R will be equal to L divided by theta. If you put the value, theta will be equal to θ1 plus θ2. So by knowing the value of θ1 and θ2 in radian, we can able to find out the distance of a star. Now very small distances. For a distances which is very small, that is approximately 10 raised to power minus 8 to 10 raised to power minus 10, we use this method. So let us discuss it with one example, that is oleic acid. So oleic acid's diameter is approximately 10 raised to power minus 9 meter. So what we do is we take a solution of oleic acid of 1 centimeter cube and it mix with the alcohol, so that our solution becomes 20 by 20 centimeter cube. Now the concentration of the oleic acid becomes 1 by 20 into 20 10 centimeter cube. Now what I do here, next one is I take it off and over this filled with its water. Now I sprinkle the lycopodium powder over the surface of the water. Take a turf ओवर दिस स्टफ आई पुट ए वाटर इनसाइड दिस स्टफ, इसके अंदर मैं पानी डाल दूंगा, एंड ओवर दिस आई स्प्रिंकल द लोकोपोडियम पाउडर. नाउ आई पुट द ओलिक एसिड ड्रॉप्स इनटू इट. Let I am putting it n drops. Is the volume of each drop, then the total volume which I put over this surface is equal to NV. So this is your including the alcohol. So what is the concentration of oleic acid in it? So then the oleic acid कितना होगा इसमें? The oleic acid will be equal to, oleic acid volume will be equal to NV divided by 20 multiplied by 20 centimeter cube. When I put this n drops over this surface of the water, that drops get immediately spread out all around and forms a thin film. It forms a thin film. So this film is so much thin that is just like a monolayer. यानी कि जब हम ड्रॉप्स डालेंगे इस पानी के ऊपर तो वो एक पतली सी लेयर बना लेंगी, और वो लेयर इतनी पतली होगी कि हम ये अज्यूम करते हैं कि सिंगल लेयर मॉलिक्यूल की है. सो व्हाट शुड बी द वॉल्यूम ऑफ दिस लेयर? ए इज द एरिया ऑफ दिस वन, ये हम निकाल लेंगे एरिया, एंड लेट टी इज अ थिकनेस. सो देन व्हाट इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ दिस वन? देन द वॉल्यूम विल बी इक्वल टू ए इंटू टी. सो दिस इज योर वॉल्यूम ऑफ ए फिल्म्स विच इज फॉर्म्ड आफ्टर ड्रॉपिंग अ n drops. So what is the volume of n drops? That is volume of n drops. So this is the volume of n drops, but we have calculated the volume of n drops is this much. So if you compare both, you will find that the thickness T is equal to NV divided by 20 multiplied by 20 into. So by this way we can find out the thickness of this film formed. As you know the thickness, we can able to find out the diameter of the oleic acid molecule. So the diameter of the oleic acid molecule will be equal to T. So that it is found that that is approximately 10⁹ meter. Now the measurement of mass. The mass is measured with the help of weighing machine or beam balance. If you want to measure a very large mass, that is mass of a earth, mass of a sun, that is mass of earth or mass of sun. So for that we use a indirect method, that is we use here gravitational law. So with the help of this law we can able to find out the mass of a sun, earth or any other planet. Now if you want to measure a very small mass, so for small mass we have a special technique that is called as a mass spectroscopy. Next is measurement of time. So time we measure with the help of clocks. So there are various type of clocks are there. So we have a cesium clock, we have another one clock that is called as atomic clock. So we have a different ways to calculate the time with the help of clocks. If you want to measure a very less time, then we use the atomic clock, and if you want to use a normal time, so we have a different types of clock which can be called as a radium clock, etc. So this is a little bit about measurement of mass, length and time. Thanking you.